Hey there, YouTubers. Welcome to another episode of Living Fully Fit. This is your coach, Coach AJ, and we are watching episode 5 of Living Fully Fit. And today's episode is a special one because I have my kids involved. Luke's present. He's going to be helping me film. He doesn't really want to be in this video just yet. Emma is going to be in this video helping me be my assistant in what we're doing. And so tonight's segment is a mixture of a little bit of fully fit relationships and fully fit mind. They kind of go hand in hand. Like I said, every aspect of fully fitness, being fully fit in our fitness is, they all kind of connect, right? You have to be fully fit in your mind or have fully fit relationships. And so tonight we're going to look at how to build camaraderie and build relationship and build family when you're making a meal together, right? So it's going to go hand in hand with our Valentine's kind of theme this weekend. And we're going to show you how to make a low budget Valentine's or date night meal. When you're low on cash and you can't really take your significant other or hey, even yourself out to dinner and you're craving those yummy meals, what do? And so we're going to go over just some basic ingredients, and I'm going to go over how to make your basic buttermilk fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, and a nice chopped salad. Simple, right? So it's gonna be a little bit of a cooking show and technique and how to plate it in a way that makes it look like a date night, not just you throw it on a paper plate and there's dinner. So we're gonna make it look kind of fancy and sophisticated, and my kids get to enjoy it afterwards, and we get to eat this amazing meal, and they get to have a Valentine's low budget dinner that doesn't look low budget. It's gonna look amazing. So hope you enjoy, and welcome to the show, because it's going to be quite amazing. So what I did a little prep work. Got the chicken marinating here in this buttermilk. So we got some chicken breasts and had them marinate in buttermilk pretty much all day long. And got the potatoes ready. We just need to peel those real quick. Got all the ingredients. What you'll need is chicken, buttermilk. You can get that at Aldi, Walmart, real cheap. Get the off-brand stuff. You don't need the name brand of buttermilk. You don't need the name brand of chicken, right? Get some nice chicken breasts. You can spend about almost $3 to $5 on chicken breasts. Buttermilk costs about $2 right there. Then come over here. We got a little romaine lettuce. We're gonna chop that up and make a nice little chopped salad very easily. Just a basic can of green beans, but we're gonna make a can of green beans look like gourmet green beans with your seasonings. We got your light tasting olive oil, some garlic salt, some basil leaves, and also some pepper. Come around. Again, just some russet potatoes, basic russet potatoes. We'll peel those in a second. And then your ingredients to make your batter here, to make the breading: flour, pure sea salt, onion powder, black pepper, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, paprika, and of course, a little bit of love and tender care here. So we're going to get this batter mixed in here, and once we get that done, we'll get the chicken in there, get it in the oil, which again we're using avocado oil. Get a little bit healthy. You can get your avocado at Aldi. It's about maybe $8 for a thing of avocado oil. Most of these ingredients, again, you won't be spending all this all together. The whole meal would cost about maybe $25-30 on your own budget. That's a relatively cheap budget to make a nice looking meal for a date night or Valentine's dinner. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so with my helper here, Emma. Come on here, Emma. And so I'm gonna introduce you to my sous chef. Here's Emma, my daughter. Say hi. Luke's behind the camera here, so there he is. And so she's gonna help me kind of prep the food here. She's gonna help me plate the food. We're also gonna show you how to plate it in a way that makes it look a little bit more than just your typical plating for a regular fried chicken southern dinner. All right, so we're gonna start with making the actual batter, the breading for the fried chicken. So simple stuff. Starting off, you want to get about a cup of flour, add into your bowl there. All right, might need one more cup there. Now we have enough batter to batter your chicken. I have about 2 giant breasts I cut into pieces into the buttermilk that's been soaking pretty much all day long. You want to add 2 cups of flour, all right? You want to add 1 teaspoon of salt here. I use pure sea salt, a little bit healthier. You don't want to use iodized sea salt. And again, I got this from Costco a while back, and this has lasted me a good year. So this is a year so far. Add that salt in there. And again, you want to add another teaspoon of pepper. All right, there we go. Garlic powder. If I can get this thing open. Garlic powder. Some paprika. All right. And I'm not going to add an actual measurement of cayenne, just a little bit sprinkle. You don't want too much because you don't want your chicken spicy. Unless you and your significant other or whoever you're cooking for want spicy chicken, just add a little sprinkle there. Or if you use a whisk, whatever you have, and just mix it in there real good. All right. We can move on to other things. So we're just going to get that prepped up. I'm not going to do the chicken yet. We're going to go ahead and peel the potatoes right now. I'm not going to film that because that would bore you, but I'm going to peel the potatoes. We're going to cut them up and put them in the water, and I'll explain how long we do that in a second here. So right now we're going to go ahead and do that and move on to potatoes, go over green beans, and start frying some chicken, and it's going to be great. All right, now, so got the potatoes already chopped up here, and add some water. Got them to a boil. I would say put them a little bit more than medium heat. Can get the water boiling. And another little trick, if you didn't know this, if you add just a drop of milk into it, it keeps the potatoes white. That way it doesn't change color. So nice little trick there. From my mama. There you go. My mama. So got that going on there. While that's cooking, we're gonna go over just a basic, how to use basic canned green beans and turn it into something a little bit nicer, a little tastier. That way it doesn't taste like canned green beans. Because there are ways to use basic ingredients on a low budget to make it a little bit nicer. So we'll get the green beans here, add it to the skillet. I already drained the water, so I suggest drain the water there. All right, add that to the skillet. All right, you can add a little bit of olive oil, just a sprinkle, not too much. That's about good. I got a little bit of garlic salt. Just sprinkle that around. Good. And then I use a little basil. So we're making basil green beans. Hey Emma, can you hand me the pepper, please? It's over there. All right. So we'll go ahead and put that on medium. Thank you. Sprinkle some pepper onto the green beans, and voila. And I would suggest, if you want to, for this kind of meal, either you can make it before that significant other gets there, or make it part of the experience, have that person cook with you. That tends to be, again, in relationships, when you do something together, it builds camaraderie, it builds relationships, it builds a connection. For me and my kids, once in a while, we'll cook a meal together, and it kind of builds that bond where we cook and we eat and then we clean together and then we just have that moment together. So that can help you with your relationships, whether it's cooking with your kids or cooking with your significant other or your date, or just cooking for yourself. You're just cooking for yourself. Make it fun and engaging. For me, cooking is a therapeutic thing. Sometimes it kind of clears my mind out. I'll have some music playing in the background. I might have a glass of wine or a little glass of whiskey just to kind of just have kind of unwind from the day. And so make cooking not a chore. Make it something fun and engaging. Whether it's for yourself or if it's for someone you're cooking with or for. Whether you want to surprise that person, make it fun, or if you're cooking with that person, again, make it fun. All right, now, so we're gonna work on the lettuce portion. So I got a little thing of fresh organic romaine lettuce right here. Knife. I just want to chop it up, get that little bud out of there.
Be very careful with the knife.
Be very careful. Hold the knife like that away from your body. Again, use a nice little cutting board. Be careful with the knife. All right. We're just going to do a nice little chopped salad. Some very basic here. So if you kind of see that white creamy look to it, it's because we add that milk. So the milk little trick does help, kind of gets it a little bit softer, but also maintains the color of potatoes. And as for the green beans, we got those things frying right now, so it's trying to get a little bit softer. Probably turn up the heat just a tad, and that simmer for a bit there. All right, you can see the seasonings are kind of fully mixed there. The smell it smells amazing, right, kids?
Yeah.
And so we got that going right there. So again, as you're cooking this, as you're thinking about why this has anything to do with fitness, again, it's all about relationships, right? About why you're doing things. Again, we're looking at dating, we're looking at relationships, we're looking at marriage, we're looking at that Valentine's Day. You're thinking, well, I don't have the money, I'm living paycheck to paycheck, or whatever it is.
This is to help you.
Yeah, this is to help you. Thank you, Emma. This is to help you come up with a creative way that maybe it's something simple. I could teach you how to make risotto and salmon and something very complex, but you might get lost in the sauce when it comes to that. And so why not just teach you how to make something basic, wholesome, and that most people like: fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and green beans. Most, I would say. I would say a good 80 to 90% of Americans, they think of fried chicken, they think it's something that's like soul food, right? Comfort food. And why not make comfort food look a little bit fancy? And we'll show you that a little bit later in the video. All right, now let's get ready for making this chicken. I'm wearing my apron so I can get flour and stuff on it. For those who are Star Wars fans, you'll understand the apron. All right. So my chicken's been soaking and marinating in buttermilk pretty much all day. I woke up early this morning, got the chicken breast, chopped them up in a little bit smaller slices, and then I let it sit in the buttermilk for a good, again, probably about 10 hours, honestly. If you want to sit in about 10, maybe 24 hours, it's fine. It soaked up those flavors. It soaks up the moisture from the buttermilk, and it gives it a really good flavor, but also gives you that base for the flour. Instead of having to have the milk and the egg and all these other mixtures, it gives you one stop shop right here. And plus, it's just an amazing recipe. So we'll get the chicken breast out of here. All right, so there we go. It's nicely coated with that buttermilk. Put it onto our flour mixture.
Poor chicken.
We'll get that flour in there. Poor chicken.
Why does nature have to be so hard on animals?
Because they're so delicious.
Exactly.
All right. All right, we'll put that in there. There we go. Actually, there we go. Now it's good. That's it coated. We'll put it on the little plate with the saran wrap.
It looks like a flat ice cream.
It does. All right.
It's like a gummy bear.
All right, put that in there as well. Coat it really good with the flour mixture. So now that we're getting those ready, the oil is already warming up here and frying. So once the oil is perfectly ready and primed, we'll add the chicken in there. And then I'll go over basically what you need to look for as you're cooking your fried chicken. As you can see right now, potatoes are full boil. I put the low heat on the green beans, that way they stay warm, still cooking. Once they boil for a bit, I would check and mix them up, that way they don't burn. And then once you probably cook them, boil them for a good maybe 5 to 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops. I'll take the heat off and then let them cool a little bit.
And then
drain the water, and we'll mash them here in a little bit. All right, so now that the chicken's prepped, oil's heating up, green beans still cooking right now, we're gonna get right into the mashed potatoes. So the potatoes have already been boiled, they're nice and soft now.
And they're white.
And they're white. We're gonna add
As usual.
We're gonna add a few ingredients to it. We're gonna add some butter, we're gonna add some milk, and some salt and pepper to taste, all right? So we're gonna add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter. So there we go. Plop. We're gonna add
Milk.
about a good half, maybe probably 1/4 cup of milk.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. Good little sprinkle of pepper, and you can add pepper and salt as you cook it, as you mash it to taste. And a little bit of salt. Now you want to add too much salt. There we go. And then mash away. Got my masher right here as she's mashing. Go ahead. There, nice and slow. All right, now, so oil is primed and ready. To make sure your oil is primed and ready, let's get a little bit of water here. Get your fingers wet. You want to kind of flick it.
Whoa!
Yep, it's ready.
Do it again.
No, I'm not gonna do it again.
How'd you do it?
Just flick a little water into the oil. Stay far away from it. All right, get your chicken. There we go. Oh yeah, you know that's ready. That excess flour off that. All right. Just want to get a few pieces of chicken in that oil there. That's for frying.
One more.
Probably one more small one. Yeah, this is a good one. There we go.
Cool.
Chicken in. Use these tongs to flip it. So take a nice little flip. There we go. Oh yeah, it looks nice and golden.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm glad. I'll be very careful. All right. Flip it, nice and careful. Very good grip. All right, let me help you. And then flip it. There we go. And put it back in the oil.
Nice.
There we go. Another one. Flip it. There we go. Look at that. That's what we want it to look like. A nice and crispy golden look. The more golden it looks, you know it's ready. You don't want it to be overly cooked. You want it to be undercooked. Again, raw chicken is never anybody's friend because that's going to cause salmonella and sickness, and no one ever wants that.
Not the best date.
No, not the best date at all. You know, food poisoning is never a good date, so I advise cook your food well, be smart, take your time, don't rush the food, don't rush the process. Again, take your time. So again, the chicken's gonna cook for a little bit, let it sit in that oil until it's fully cooked. You want to have that golden color on both sides. Once it has that golden color on both sides, you're gonna grab it, put it on a paper towel plate. That way the paper towel soaks up a lot of the grease and the chicken doesn't get all mushy, it stays crispy. Once you do that, then we'll go over how to plate the food and how to cut it in a way that makes it look somewhat...
And the napkins.
Do the napkins. And plate your food, plate your table, get your table ready, and that way it looks somewhat of a decent, kind of romantic, or even just fancy little meal to make your family, your friend, or even yourself have that mental, that relational fitness that make them feel a little bit special, all right? So we're gonna cook this for a little bit. Once it's ready, we'll go into the cutting and the plating and then finalize from there. All right, so now that the chicken is done, here's our chicken, beautifully cooked, nice and golden. Some a little browner than the other, look like those ones. Mashed potatoes complete, gravy is complete, green beans complete, and so we're gonna get to the plating. So I'm using these nice slate plates from Japan. Now, you can probably find something similar, just find some nice plates, some nice china, something to kind of give it a little more of I don't know, more of a gourmet feel to it, right? So when you go to a nice restaurant, you think of plating. You think of like some people like Gordon Ramsay. You think of how they plate their food is what makes it look so fancy, makes it look so amazing that you want to eat it. So we're gonna kind of just go over a basic plating to kind of make your food have that little extra pizzazz for that person or yourself or whatever event or thing you're doing this for, person you're doing this for, to make it a little more special, right? So I'm using this little metal circle. You can use a cookie cutter or something circular. I'm using this little thing here to make Asia makes eggs with, and we're gonna put that here on the plate. And my assistant here is gonna put the mashed potatoes.
Can you get center?
All right, there we go. Make a little scoop there. We'll put it right in there, right in the little circle. Smash it in there, nice and smooth it up. Flip it, and smooth it up. There we go. And got smoothed it. All right, so we got that right there. All right, it's good. Put it back in the pot. Nice and good. Voila. So you got that nice little shape there. And get some green beans here. Plate it nice. Down there. All right. Kind of against potatoes. I need a better tongs than these ones here. These ones aren't the best. My other ones are just the chicken. Kind of make it a little bit. Oops. Broke one. There you go. Got your green beans there. Got a little bit of gravy. Just drizzle it there. On the plate. Got a little bit more gravy on the top there, if you want. There we go. We'll get to our chicken. Nice little piece up there. Again, a little bit of gravy on top there. There we once. And then you have a nice little plating there. Most of this over the table now. Just check that out. So your plating, your cup. I'm gonna go over the napkin here in a second. Our chopped salad with whatever dressing you want to add to that. But look at that. That doesn't look like your typical fried chicken meal. That looks a little bit more elegant, a little more fancy. Something that has, hey, you put some work into it, you put some thought into it.
Oh.
That you didn't just willy-nilly make some fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans.
Oh, we almost forgot something. The napkin.
We're gonna go over that. Yes, you're right. So again, about the table setting, you want to have it, make sure that you put some effort into it. You know, use some cloth napkins. You can get some cheap cloth napkins at Walmart, Target, relatively cheap, probably about $1 to maybe $3 tops per napkin. And I'm gonna show you right here. Just come around. You know, you want to do a nice little tri-fold. All right. Get that little tri-fold there. There we go. I messed that up a little bit. Once you get that tri-fold, all right, flip it again. You're gonna fold it once and just roll it up. Then roll it the other way, and there you go. You just place it on the table. And you have something that stands out a little bit more that, again, like you put effort, you put thought into. So there you go. Something simple, something easy. And my kids are gonna enjoy. We're gonna enjoy the nice little wholesome Southern fried chicken. Yeah, and you will too. Emma here. And you will too. And of course, the person, let's say this is for your significant other, husband, wife, whoever. Put a little thought into it. Again, living fully fit is all about relationships. It's all about mental health. It's all about all these different aspects that we're talking about here. But once you get into the realm of putting others over yourself and having that extra little thought, that doesn't matter what you do. It matters about the thought put into it. Think about what you can do that doesn't have to cost a lot of money. What you do doesn't really matter in the scheme of things as long as it comes from the heart, right? So if your skill is you make amazing woodworking skills, then do something like that. If cooking is not your forte, then you know what? How amazing would that be if you learned how to cook for that significant other and did something special for them, right? And again, well, who doesn't like fried chicken and mashed potatoes? So this is just a simple idea for you.
Well, Luke doesn't like mashed potatoes.
Well, Luke doesn't like mashed potatoes, of course. But second of all, again, it's all about the mindset. You know, if you're not doing this for someone else, do this for yourself. Again, cooking can be enjoyable if you allow it to be. If it becomes a chore, then you have to ask yourself why. Why is cooking a chore? Make it therapeutic. Put some music on. Have some fun with it. Make it a non-chore. It can be easily not be a not chore if you make it so. And then thirdly, again, do it for someone else. When we have gifts, we have talents, we have things that we learn and we grow on, and we give it back to someone else, that builds something in ourselves. It feeds our soul, feeds our mind, and it builds connection and relationships. So I hope you enjoyed. Again, subscribe down below. Again, so I'm AJ, your coach, your Fully Fit Life Coach. This is Emma, my little assistant, and Luke on the camera. You'll see him tomorrow. He'll be on some videos tomorrow.
Woo.
But he's excited.
We're going to be doing
Don't tell me yet.
No,
Don't tell me
we're
yet.
going to be doing a pretty good video tomorrow.
Yes, a pretty good video tomorrow. We're gonna be looking at spiritual fitness, and so we're gonna enjoy this meal. My kids are starving; their taste buds are salivating right now, and so we're gonna enjoy this. Hope you enjoy too. Catch you guys later.